guys, this is the tutorial for Cryodeath. Shout out to Venus for the footage here. This is the main menu. Gonna want to start off with the campaign. Get a new game there. You can toggle the tutorial at the top right. I think it's on by default. If you press it and it has an X, it will be you will not have to go through the tutorial. So we're leaving the cryopod. Pretty cool atmosphere in Cryodeath. Y'all know I love this game. It's super fun. Definitely want to watch the videos. There's a lot of interactive stuff in these terminals. Here in the tutorial, you're just gonna need to download your objectives from the beginning. And if you're ever just out and about, you can check your objectives here from your menu on your arm. Pretty self-explanatory, just hold your hand on the door there. This is just a good way to showcase the base parts of the game that you should know. Here we're going to learn about the scanner. The different colors indicate the different item types. Also, there is junk items in the game, literally do nothing. They won't appear in your scanner, they won't be highlighted, but they will be if you point at them to pick them up with the I call it the telekinesis module. Not a module, but it's like telekinesis on your head. Here we're going to use the UB socket. You got this thing underneath your left forearm. You hit trigger to activate it. You're going to put it in these sockets here. You put it in puzzles, sometimes to download data. And it's going to take a little time to gather the code for the door. Pretty straightforward. You just enter the code and the door will open. You just walk into a room. I would check pretty much everywhere you go for items, because they are strewn all about. And here we're going to be building the high frequency laser module, or laser emitter. And this base component is also used for the hack bypass, which will automatically solve puzzles, open up doors so you don't have to wait for the code. But I would say its main function is to bypass puzzles that are just really really difficult for you, or sometimes there are enemies that are around you during a puzzle. You know, might not have the means to take them out, and it's just a better idea just to hit the bypass tool, hack tool thing, and be done with it. So yeah, you build it there, you match the patterns, and you hit trigger to activate the laser on that, and that's going to cut off locks, which we'll see here in a second. Old Venus in the suit doing his thing. Well, first we're going to do the lock puzzle on this box. This movement puzzle. You're gonna hit that button at the bottom right whenever it's lined up with the highlighted portion of the line. And boom, there you go. And you only have 2 colors of key cards, which I'll touch up on later, but you got blue and red, and you can actually remove them from the door. So, no need to carry more than 1 of each color. And so yeah, so we'll use the laser here on this cabinet. It's got those 2 locks there that are pointed out. Oh no, we can't open it. And these locks will take a second to come off, but they will go. So it just takes a little bit of patience. Pretty sure it also makes a little bit of noise to alert enemies near you, but I'm not 100% on that. And boom, here in a second. They really take a long time sometimes, or it feels that way. And then you've got your flashlight here. Essential tool. Cool little flashlight there. Boom, you match the red to the blue. I've been having a little trouble here putting that battery in. That's alright. Sometimes you have to readjust your grip on things. You can set it down. I like to use my inventory though, which is another thing that we'll touch up on later. So you hit trigger to activate it, and you hold down trigger to use the separate function of it. Boom, and you can hold it onto your hip. Now you'll feel haptic feedback, and you'll see that little light glow when the flashlight is on your hip. We got Ben all shooting some key card here to get into this room. Oh wait, nope, that's a hallway. You can open up your map there on your wrist. Super useful. You can see where you've already been and where you haven't. Once you walk into an area, it'll be put on the map, but you can only see a little bit of area around you. You can't see the entire map. So we use the universal bus here to hack into this door. Kinetic, I guess it's a module. Why not? The Kinetic module on your suit there, on your right hand. You hold down trigger and grip while you're pointed at something, and then you just, pull it to you, pull it away from you. You can manipulate it with your controller. Swing. See, it doesn't get too high velocity, but it will eventually drop. And everything in this game that makes noise is gonna attract monsters to you. That's the intro. That's the tutorial. All right, so here we have the blaster. We're gonna start things off with the blaster. It gets DNA locked to you when you grab it, and what that means is it'll teleport back to you if you lose it. It has no ammo, little crosshair there that I captured poorly, and a laser. No ammo, but it does overheat, so you can shoot it 4 times rapidly before it overheats and has to cool. Which means if you're slow between shots, you can maybe get a little bit more out of it, but no need to reload or anything. It's just got the overheats and cools. Alright, so next is the battery capsules. They all look like this. They'll be highlighted on your scanner, and inside of these is a battery, and you just break it. You just throw it on the ground and break it open. And batteries will have different amounts of charge left in the battery cell. So if you notice here on the scanner, these junk items around this battery capsule do not highlight. They do nothing but make noise. They're useless. They get in the way of your kinetics, and that's about it. Sometimes you'll be scanning and you'll see these tubes with you can't really see what's inside of there, but these, just like the battery capsules, you just kind of break open. Got a relay there, which is a pretty useful crafting item. Different ways to break things open. You can just bring it up and slap it, judo chop it. You can take it and smash it across, smash it on a crate or a wall or whatever. But when you break things, there's no quiet way to break them open. You just have to smash them. Here I'm just showing that, you know, junk items don't get highlighted. Nothing but extra noise. So if you lose your inventory, it'll automatically come to you if you run away from it far enough. But sometimes you're in a room around with monsters around. You open up your menu at the top left there and press. That'll bring it back to you. So right here, what we're going to do is build a drone. There's this middle piece here that connects to a sensor, which you can just match the patterns, how the crafting and Cryodeath works. Get your 2 half domes, identical pieces. You just need 2 of them. Boom. So when it's in your hand, you press trigger and that'll activate it. It's a survey drone, and that'll highlight stuff around you without you having to use the scanner on your hand. Though, you know, I like to use the scanner on my hand a lot still, because it's not perfect. So they have a drone menu. If you open up your regular menu at the top right there, and at the bottom left, you can use your drone to survey and find specific items. When it locks on, it'll do this blue laser here and let you know that it's found one of the items that you've told it to look for. Pretty cool little buddy there. He's your only friend on that in that space station. On that space station is correct. Okay. So yeah, if you happen to lose your drone, you can go to the drone menu on the right and then click it and use one of those. That actually changes the way that it follows you around, but it will also bring it back to you, to your person. Now this is just a cool little room. Just figured I'd throw some cool little footage in there. But to show how the bypass tool works. Another cool little room here. I thought this was pretty neat. This is kind of stuff you catch in Cryodeath. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah, so let's say a puzzle's got you stuck. You're stuck on a puzzle. There's monsters around. You need to quickly get that objective done, that puzzle done. Boom. You use that bypass tool to get it out of the way. Now here's healing. This is a quick med. It's a stem. You got to use some force. Once it's in there, you can drop the pin, and it's automatically gonna put the rest of the healing pot in there. This is the other healing item in the game. It heals a lot slower, has a higher capacity. It could heal you about 50% of your health. One of these fully. Grab it, hit trigger. It's gonna have a small beam that comes from it. You just need it to connect to your body, and that's gonna slowly give you a little bit of health. So pretty neat. You gotta keep that beam close to you. We're gonna build an improvised bomb here. You match the patterns. So relay to a bomb based component, and then you've got your 2 module slots. There's 3 different types of modules: flash, shock, what you see there, and then explosive, which would be a little red tube. Press trigger to arm it, and then you can hit that delay button. You hit the DLY to change how fast it will activate once you've armed it and it's hit the ground. So you arm it and then you throw it, and when it hits the ground it will begin the delay. Right here we've got a key card. Boom, simple. You know, put the key card in and there you go. Now the key cards in this game, they're multi-use, as in you can use them unlimited times. You just need the 2 different cards. On your way out of your key card room, you just go ahead and take the key card right out of the slot. Boom. You can also kind of grab it while you're going in and lock that door behind you. There's only 2 colors of key cards. There's red and blue for the rooms with loot in them, and so you only need those two color key cards in your inventory, unless you have an objective that says otherwise. So we're going to use that improvised bomb that we just created, that improvised shock device. And so we've got a delay for 3 seconds. Hit activate it with the trigger, close that door, and then boom. Now the thing about shock is that it will arc to you. So if I open this door here, boom. Now it arced me. The shock arc does a pretty good amount of damage. You know, it takes about, like, I'd say 40% of your health at least. This guy. So what we're gonna do here now is build one of these distraction devices. It emits a sound that enemies are attracted to, so it can distract them if you need to get away from them. It's not going to do any damage to them, but it could temporarily distract them. Just match those patterns. Just like he was freaking me out right here for sure. I kept opening that door. I remember this. But yeah, you just match the patterns. There's the speaker. It also uses a relay like the improvised bomb, and your battery. Depending on the capacity of the battery is how long it will play the noise for. So you can always check your flashlights for other types of batteries. For a hack tool, you want a low capacity battery, and for these I usually go medium capacity. So I was trying to get one that was a little less full than the completely full ones I had in my inventory. Same thing with that. You arm it, can set a delay, and it'll attract and distract those pesky enemies. Here's a med station. So if you're under 100% health, this station right here will dispense a med for you. It can have anywhere from 1 to 3, I think, meds in the dispenser. And if you're at 100%, it won't give you any aid. It say you don't need no medical assistance required. But if you've got a cutting tool on you, it's a neat little trick. You can just do a little bit of self damage there, and then you're not 100% health, and you can get a med. I just wanted to throw this in the middle of the video. There's this is one of the puzzles in here. I didn't notice this one at first because I was too locked in, I guess. Just like crafting, you see those hanging wires, you match it to the pattern in the socket on the wall. You can also put weapons on your hip, but I'd be careful, because if you start running out of nowhere, your tracking messes up, and you can knock things off of your hip. So you can lose your flashlight, you can lose stuff on your hip. But now we're going to build the improvised mine. Take the scanner, put it in the top, get your 2 modules. That's a flash module there, the square silver one, and a shock module. You got to improvise mine. Now you can't actually grab the mine. You have to be careful and not put your hand in front of the laser, of course, but you can grab it from the wall. Now this guy here, I'm gonna set him up and quickly arm it. Hit trigger to get it attached to a surface. So you hit trigger and then put it up against the surface and it'll arm you. Just trick that guy into walking right through it. Now it won't always kill them. They can survive these, and they do. Yeah, you'll see here in a second, he gets out of that shock and he comes right back after me. So yeah, that's Cryodeath. It's a pretty fun game. I hope this guide helped you, and I think we'll get to some printer stuff in the last bits here. Yeah, thank you guys. Right, here we have the printer. This right here. You're gonna find some little pieces of glass around, like this one, that have this purple stuff in it, purple glowy stuff. You can smash it, and you'll automatically absorb the currency. Now, you go to the printer, and you pick what you want to print. And let's say you're missing a piece that you need, and you've got the NNC to print it. You print it, boom. It's like magic, but it's not. It's technology. All right. Here we have a Disintegrator. This, I've already got my hack tool right here. So we're going to disintegrate this item. We'll open it with that. We'll put it in there. And boom. And it's given us some more NNC to then go spend at a printer.